Hello, boyos!
Hello, boyos.
Welcome to Last Week in Games, where we ask the most important question, is it a video game? And then answer that question immediately after, yes, everything is, and everything will be. My name is Nick. I'm the host this week, because Jake messed up last week. So, how are you doing, Jake? That's Jake over there, by the way.
I'm good, and I would like to confirm we were correct. Every time Nick hosts now, it's a banger month.
That's it.
We keep saying month. It's a banger week.
I fucked you up.
Yeah, you did. You fucked me up. Yeah, dude, this is a banger show, and everyone should get hella excited for it. It's going to be sick.
It's going to be a ride.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this is our best show yet. This will be our best show yet.
Easy.
If we had like the production, like flames and lasers and smoke and stuff, we would be using it on this show. Because this show, oh boy, is it a banger. I just read through it real quick. And man, I'm excited. Are you excited? Fucking excited.
I'm excited.
Sweet. What have you been playing?
Well, I'm continuing my journey on Horizon and Triangle Strategy. Seems like a never-ending journey with those games, but I'm enjoying my time with both of them. And I played a bit of Returnal this morning, and I remembered one of my biggest problems with this game, which is the runs are way too long, and there's no way to save in between runs. Like me and my friend Brandon were playing it, which you can watch live on twitch.tv/Lonercast.
Nice.
And it was getting close to showtime, and I was like, we can't even save this. So like, let's just go to the boss and just try our best. And then we died. Yeah. Where we would have been more thoughtful and methodical had it not been for that.
It's just like, it's time. I got something going on. Let's kill ourselves. Yeah, that's kind of.
That being said, it is a great game, and it's beautiful, and it's very fun, and I'm very bad at it.
Even with two players, it still takes quite a bit.
Oh,
quite a while.
It's harder. I think they make it harder, and and it takes longer to beat the boss, and but it's fun. Also, another thing I started playing last week again. I got back into Tetris 99, and I just want to give it a shout out.
Nice.
Shout out to Tetris 99.
I'm glad you brought that up. I am glad, because I'm glad you're playing it again, and because you were the Tetris king.
I still am.
Better than the rest.
Still am.
Nobody can beat you.
I've never gotten a first place in Tetris 99 though.
But you've also never lost. So isn't that crazy?
How does that work?
Because you're the Tetris king.
Oh yeah. I mean, amongst our friends, sure, but in Tetris 99, no way.
He's being humble, folks. He's being humble.
What you been playing, Nick?
I haven't been playing shit, dude.
Love to hear it.
As you know, we've been doing wedding shit because I'm getting married next year, and we had to like plan this whole freaking engagement party and set it up, and you came, and I told you to leave, and you didn't, so we got in a big old fight, and words were said.
I went to the party. I thought you said I came, which I did.
Oh, well, you did that too, which started a whole nother thing, but we won't get into that. Yeah. I'm like, you need to leave, and you're like, I'm not leaving, I'm coming, and I'm like, don't you dare.
It's strange how problematic I was at that party. It was pretty bad. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I'm glad you came to your senses, though.
Yeah,
it
was rough. I was really just like kissing on people's necks.
Jesus, man. Okay, well, it wasn't a business thing, so it's totally above. It's all highbrow stuff. Don't worry about it. No, but it was great. It was great to have all the family and friends. First, I didn't even know what an engagement party was.
Me
to
either.
Be honest,
never heard of that.
I think it's like an East Coast thing because the fiance is from the East Coast, and I was like, you know what?
I think you said it.
Cool.
You said it perfectly last night. You came up and you're like, "This is like a 5th grade birthday party where it's like all my friends and my family at the same."
My family, yeah. It was. Totally what was missing? The bounce house. It was missing a bounce house, dude. If we had a bounce house, it would go on nonstop.
Or if
But it was
or if you like did it at Peter Piper Pizza or
a
something.
Peter Piper pizza, dude.
That should have been.
Could you imagine? That should have been it.
That would have been hilarious.
Fuck all the other things. Peter
Especially
Piper pizza,
since there
man.
were only like 3 kids at this thing.
I know.
Just a bunch of adults
was-
at Peter Piper. That'd be
Hey,
hilarious.
well, hey, dude, they got that deal that like all you can eat for $7. Could you imagine?
That's true.
Could you? Each person is $7.
That's true.
Which is like, hey, come on.
They
Spend
don't
like
do it on
300
Sunday
bucks.
though. They don't do it on Sunday.
Well, we could have done it on Thursday or whatever day. Everybody take off of work and come to this thing. But it's kind of like, you get all of the people that are invited to the wedding and some that aren't, or like, your closest friends, your family, and everybody kind of meets. So that way, when the wedding comes, then it's less awkward and it's more like, hey, yeah, I saw you at that one thing and we had like a chat. And it's less awkward because you see the people and you're like, who is that? So that's the way I looked at it as well. It was fun though. It was fun.
true.
I'm glad everybody could make it.
I had a good time.
Mostly, the New Jersey family couldn't make it, but we expected that.
And the Austrian family.
Yeah, fuck the Austrian family, man.
That's true. Yeah, fuck them.
I'm gonna get to see them next year.
For everyone that like doesn't know the context of that, they're like, "What did they just say?"
Yeah, no.
We've got friends in Austria.
One of the best friends, one of the groomsmen is in Austria with his wife.
His wife.
His fucking wife. And yeah, we haven't seen him in years.
Yeah.
Actually, it's been almost exactly a year.
About a year.
I think it has been a year. And he's broke my heart. And fuck him, man. Fuck him.
We cry.
Yeah, dude, I haven't been playing because it's been so busy life-wise.
It happens.
And I'm working two shifts, I'm working doubles, so it's like extra no time. And yeah, that's about it. I play TFT when I can. Other than that, nothing. And I'm bored of it. I'm bored of TFT. I'm ready for like a new season or something. But I got like another month and a half. Let's get into it, shall we?
We shall.
Yeah, you got anything else to say at the top of the show, my guy?
I saw The Northman. That was pretty cool.
Sweet.
Pretty cool movie. Check it out.
It's good?
It's good.
What would you give it? Well, not that we do ratings here, but if you had to rate it, what would you give it?
Well, if you look me up on Letterboxd, which my name is
Okay.
Lonercast Jake, look me up.
Okay.
I gave it a rating of 4 stars. That is what I'd give it. 4 stars. It's very
Is that
good.
is that a 20-point system or is that a 10-point? Is it a 10-point system or a 5-point system?
It's technically a 10-point system because you can do half stars.
You can do so great.
But I gave it 4 stars. I think it's very good. It's not perfect, but it's very enjoyable and very pretty.
How long is it?
I don't know, like 2 hours.
2.5 hours?
Yeah, 2:10. Yeah.
It looked really cool.
It is cool.
The visuals of it.
Yeah, it's worth seeing in a theater just for like the big screen. I saw it in like Dolby, so with the like very nice projector and good sound. It was cool. I enjoyed it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Spent way too much money to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you buy what you love.
Yeah.
Let's get into the. Oh,
Yeah, and
no,
I have
no, go for
AMC
it.
stubs, so like I get discounts.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it
that
wasn't
is
too bad.
nice.
Wasn't too
It
bad.
literally pays for itself, or is that the Harkins one that pays for itself, where it's like, yeah, you might as well sign up because you just get free shit.
Yeah, I mean the AMC one is like you pay $10 a year and you just gain money as you buy tickets to movies and stuff. And if you buy concessions, it goes towards that too. So like every $50 you get $5 back, or you can become like an A-lister and then you get like 3 movies a week for free.
Oh my
for
god.
free or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's only like $20 a month, which sounds
that's
like a
still
lot, but when you think about how many movies you can see, you really only have to see like 2 movies.
I feel like you'd literally see every movie. That's the only way to.
I've thought about
to
signing
make
up
the
for
most
it because I go to so many fucking movies. Literally, you see 2 movies and it's paid off.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know.
But you gotta want it.
exactly.
That's the thing. I go driving down the movie theater, waiting on the credits, finding
Well,
your seat, picking
I,
out your seats. Just like,
I
I'd
also
rather just.
I don't like being locked down to AMC. You know, I want to go to
Yeah,
Harkins and stuff,
that
and
is true. That is
yeah,
true.
want to go to Alamo Draft House. That doesn't exist anymore, but whatever they're called now, I forget what they're
Yeah,
called. But
I know what you're talking about.
yeah. Anyway,
Let's get into the titties. Let's do it. Let's start the show off right
yes.
with Jason Momoa will star in a Minecraft movie. Who is he starring as?
Is he Steve?
Alex.
Alex.
He's playing the girl, man. The girl, yeah.
Hey, that's progressive.
Or the dog. Or wolf, sorry. Pig.
You know what's
Creeper. He's the creeper.
That'd be great.
He goes and that's it.
I think, you know, because I heard this is like live action, right?
What?
Yeah, I hear it's live action. What if it's
No.
just like a gritty and it's just called Minecraft, and it's like this guy, Jason Momoa, gets thrown into the fucking wilderness, and he has to like survive in the wilderness. And that's
fucking,
the movie. It's not even like the boxy squares or anything. It's just like him like punching trees to knock them down and like builds.
I like that.
Yeah.
I actually like it's literally him punching trees and his fists are all like bloody and shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I gotta do it. Ugh. And then you see him like putting sticks together and like putting a wood-headed thing, and then he's using that, and then it breaks, and then he goes back to using his fists, and they're bloody and broken.
Yeah,
it's like fucking Castaway.
You ever see
like,
that movie, The Revenant, with Leonardo DiCaprio, where he like fights a bear or whatever?
Snow. Yeah, and he's in the snow.
I imagine it being like that, where it's like he has to like kill a bear to survive, and then by the end he has like a big farm and shit that he's built out there.
That'd be pretty cool, and like a bunch of friends, and they play like, you know, tag or hide and seek or prop hunt, you know. It's like, and everybody lived happily ever after, and then, you know, they build the TNT bomb and then blow everything up.
Yeah and then like within this, it's also sort of mythical as well, because you have like these skeletons trying to kill him. And then there's like dragons and shit
every single night. Yeah,
I'm sure it won't be that. I'm sure it's going to be the most sanitized piece of shit movie ever, but I'm sure he's going to play Steve, though. It's got to be. Just
if he's the first one we're hearing about.
Yeah.
And honestly, I fucking hate Jason Momoa. I don't think he can act worth shit. I don't think he can act worth shit. Anything I've seen him in, which is only like 2 things, I'm like, dude, he makes this worse. Like all the supporting actors are way better than him, and he's just like, I don't know.
Well, you better start turning around on him, because he's going to be in Fast X.
Is he?
Fast 10. Yeah.
Fast 10 your seatbelts.
He's the villain in. I like Fast 10 Furious.
That's pretty good.
Fast 10 Furious.
Fast 10 Furious.
You like that? Yeah.
Fast and Furious. I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's fine, because the Fast and Furious is dumb anyway. You know?
Think we'll get John Cena back?
No,
he's gone.
No, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's a super spy or whatever.
Yeah. He's too big now for that movie.
Yeah. I can't remember what last he was in, but
Peacemaker.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's all he needs.
Exactly what I had. Yeah, it was fantastic too.
That was only in January. It's not like that was that long ago.
No, I know, but it was fantastic.
It was.
And I think he can act based on that movie alone. Skate 4 footage has also been leaked. Did you see this? Did you hear about this one?
I did hear about this one, and I saw the leaked footage.
Yeah,
which was
kind of cool.
Yeah, very early development stuff.
Oh yeah, there was like a figure in a blocky world, but we could see some animations, and like the guy would like jump off his board and do a front flip and fall, and it looks like Skate. It straight up just looks like Skate. And I also hear that Skate 4 is going to have like a build your own skate park with your friends kind of mode.
Nice.
Since we're on that. So that's kind of cool. If true, that's kind of cool. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's kind of cool. Moving right along. Dwayne Johnson's $7 Productions boards It Takes Two as a video game film lands at Amazon. Okay. Dwayne Johnson, $7. He has a production team. Dwayne Johnson.
He has a production company called $7
Okay.
Productions.
Okay. And there are toying with the idea of making It Takes Two
They are not
a
toying with it.
film.
They are making a movie about
Okay.
It Takes Two.
About It Takes Two, based on It Takes Two, and it's going to be on Amazon
Correct.
Prime or whatever.
It is not confirmed that Dwayne Johnson is in the movie, just that his production company is working on this. So
Gotcha. That's kind of cool. It Takes Two is kind of a cool story.
yeah.
You know, two guys fleeing from prison and then
No.
all the hijinks they get into.
Nope. That's
Oh
not
no,
it.
that's the other one.
That's Brothers or whatever it's called. Is it called Brothers?
No, it's something else.
Two
But yeah, okay,
Brothers.
same. It's the same. It's the same. The
No,
same
this is
people that made that
yeah.
other one.
Yeah.
This is the one where the two are getting divorced and they become
Right.
yarn people and they have to like work together.
And it won
And
Game of the Year
they-
last year.
Yeah, and they fall in love with each other. Yeah, all over again. That's cool.
So fun little thing here. Dwayne Johnson a few months ago said in an interview, "I'm currently working on a fan beloved video game, like for either a movie or a show." And he's like, "I'm very excited to announce it. I think people will be super pumped about it." And then this was announced, and I am over here wondering, I think he's working on a different video game property, because this isn't like, I mean, people love this game, but this isn't like a much beloved game because this game came out last year. So,
Well, I mean, people loved it because it won.
but the
Game
way
of the
he
Year.
was talking about the other game, I wish I could find the quote here. But like he was saying like, this is a fan favorite. Like this is like a classic game, and we've been trying to make it for years. So I don't know what that could possibly be. If it's this, he worded that really weird because, like, I mean, this is a fan favorite, I suppose, but like, been working on it for years. This just came out last year, so I don't know. He must be working on something else, video game related.
Yeah, that's all I can think of too. I couldn't tell you what he would be working on.
Doom?
F-Zero.
Another Doom, because he was in that Doom movie a few years ago. That was awful. Maybe he's working on. Maybe he's like pulling a Ryan Reynolds, where he's like, now I want to make a good one. You know?
Yeah,
Maybe.
could be.
F-Zero would be cool though. Could you imagine Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah, as
Falcon.
as Falcon. Yeah,
Yeah, Captain Falcon.
Hell yeah.
Actually, he'd be a good Ganondorf.
he would be a good candidate.
Let's get him making a Zelda movie, eh?
There you go. I'm down. Whatever,
Yeah,
man.
who
Video
knows?
game movies are kind of hit or miss at the moment, but at least they're not all misses.
They seem to be on the rise these days,
Yeah.
though, right? I mean, like Uncharted, people seem to like. It was fine enough.
It was fine. Yeah.
And Sonic 2, people liked it
Sonic
enough.
2 people
and-
like it.
yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's not
What else?
like Assassin's Creed anymore. We're
Yeah.
not getting shit like that. Yeah. Moving on. Like Xbox, PlayStation plans on putting ads in games.
So we
Yeah.
talked about this last week.
Yeah, we won't harp on it too much. Um,
I'm
It
slightly
seems- seems that-
surprised.
the two are in cahoots,
Almost.
you know? It could be like, hey, they announced it, let's announce ours so that ours is less impactful, you know? Kind of like how the news does it, but we won't get into that. Where they're like, look at this thing. Isn't this so much worse than what we're doing? And it's literally the same thing,
Right.
you know? So I think they're kind of using the fire that's going on with Xbox just to even it out. There's that way it's like not down the road when PlayStation's like, hey, you guys forgot about the Xbox thing, but PlayStation's also going to be doing ads, and then people are like, well, fuck you, PlayStation, you know.
I
So-
am slightly I'm like worried about the state of video games, if I'm being honest with you. It just seems like, you know, we talked about it a little bit last week, but like it used to be like games were this niche thing and they were trying to come out into the front, right? And they were trying to be seen. So things were very innovative and different. And I feel like video games now, And like I feel like COVID really boosted them up to the front because everyone just started playing video games during COVID, and now video games are mainstream. They've always kind of been mainstream, like since PS2 or whatever. But like now they're like everyone plays video games, and I think that's great. But it does concern me that like we're gonna have very like sanitized,
Oh
like
yeah.
generic ass like Fortnites all the time, and
I
we'll
mean,
talk about that a little bit
we
later.
already have that though. The
Yeah,
thing is, what worries me is like the fact that these video games are so big that now companies are like, "Oh shit, we can get behind these video games and, put a bunch of money into advertisements and just throw a whole bunch of shit in all of the video games." So every video game you're going to have is going to have Taco Bell, you
right,
know? There's a Taco Bell in all the video games, and it's just like I kind of want to escape this world, you
right.
know? That's why I play it. I don't need a Taco Bell in my Halo game.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm okay with it
I
sometimes,
don't
but
need the
yeah.
Master Chief to go think outside the box. Ding, you know.
Ah, that'd be amazing.
No, don't say that would be amazing because that'd be stupid. It has
The
to. There's
I
certain games that can get away with it, like Duke Nukem
right,
or fourth wall breaking games, but I don't need that shit in my like Stellaris, where it's like you
right.
gotta build your Burger King empire. Fuck, man. Um, yeah,
What's that sci-fi movie with the guy who played Blade? Oh God, what's his name? Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.
Uh,
I don't know.
d- uh the,
Idiocracy.
I don't remember. There's a movie though where like the big thing was like it's in the future, and everything is owned by Taco Bell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
I
everything
mean,
is.
it's like Idiocracy
Yeah,
almost.
it's all Costco or
It's
whatever. Yeah.
all yeah, it's all fucking it's all branded. Everything's branded. Even the
Right.
president's name is Mountain Dew something or other.
Demolition Man. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't see it.
with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. Sandra
I didn't
Bullock.
see it.
That's a classic movie, dude. But yeah, everything's owned by fucking Taco Bell, unless you watched it in Europe. Apparently they had to change all the Taco Bell product placement to Pizza Hut.
Oh,
This is just a fun fact for you.
weird. Um, that's really weird. Let's move on. AEW Fight Forever release date is September 2022. I don't know why that's in here. Why did you
Let
put that in here?
Let me tell you why I put that in here.
Okay, please
Uh,
enlighten me.
for a couple reasons. First of all, they announced the name for this game at one of the live events for AEW the other day.
Okay.
This is going to be the first like wrestling game in competition to WWE in
Mhm.
years and years and years.
Yeah.
So I guess I just wanted to spotlight like what are your takes on a game competing with WWE?
I'm
And
all for it.
yeah,
WWE's been slipping for years. I've heard this last one was okay, but that's not saying much considering like the last few were just utter garbage. So I think if AEW comes up and it's better, it has to be better, right? This next year, whenever it releases, it has to be better than the WWE thing. Otherwise, it's just gonna be it'll just fall to the wayside and we won't hear about it again.
I don't know. I don't think it has to be like as big. I
But
think
it
if
has to be better. It has to be
yeah,
way better. Like
like a
if there's
cult fan base, yeah.
well, yeah, if it's just like, yeah, dude, if you like WWE, there's so many more options in AEW and like it actually feels good to play this game and you're not being thrown advertisements every 2 seconds. So that that would be great because then WWE has to come up and be like, all right, we gotta buckle down and make our game good. Otherwise, we're gonna be the ones shit out of luck, and we might have to sell, our property people, our champions, wrestlers, whatever they call them, superstars, um, so that we can get money off of their likenesses and stuff like that.
Well,
So
AEW has the Hardy Boys, so let's let's get it going. You know, we got the Hardys.
They're
That's
like 60 years old though, right?
they're pretty old and
They're
drug
pretty
addicts.
fucking old. Yeah. So and yeah, they did a lot of drugs, so they don't look very good. Um, moving right along, God of War Ragnarok. One of the devs reassures fans that it will arrive this year. I don't know what dev said this.
Uh,
It could be just like mocap guy, like, yeah, we're on schedule, guys, don't worry.
well,
And
I think he was
somebody,
like an animator or something. He was a high up guy.
okay,
And this came right after like Cory Barlog did an interview, and he's like, "Listen, if I had something to show you, I would." And he looked like really disheveled and like, "Oh, like we're in crunch mode right now." Um, and then this guy came out and was like, "Listen, it's coming this year." Um, and I'm sure he's gonna get a talking to from Sony, because I'm sure Sony
okay.
Sony didn't want him to say that.
Oh yeah, well, that's true. But also, like you said, they're probably in crunch mode, and it's like, no, we gotta fucking deliver it this year, so it's coming to you.
Do you
We're
think
fucking cranking.
do you think we'll get it this year?
Yeah, yeah. It'll be late. It'll be very late.
I'm not convinced.
It'll be December
I'm not fully
like
convinced.
30th. It'll be December 30th when we get it.
I just think PlayStation really has to have an event soon. Like they have to. Like in the summer.
Somebody does, man. We haven't had an event in a while.
Well, they have
You
to
know?
have something, right? Because they have to announce what's going on with God of War, and then the next slate of like big games for next year. Like they've got to talk
Yeah.
about like what's Blue Point working on, what's Naughty Dog up to, which we'll talk about that in a minute. I'll save that. I'll save this conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it for the titties. We had an event last week, and it was a Saints Row. Oh, I'll say event. It's under the events page. It was a fucking 5-minute video about Saints Row
Well, it was
customization.
more than a 5 minute. They had like a 25-minute like press briefing thing.
Oh, I didn't see that. I only saw the trailer.
Oh,
For
yeah, they
the
had like a whole thing. It was kind of boring, but like, yeah,
oh,
they did like a
well, the
whole.
trailer's not boring at all.
Yeah, yeah,
The trailer looks fucking cool. Like, do you notice that there was Shrek? You can make yourself Shrek in this game.
love that.
It's pretty freaking great. And like, instead of like penises and vaginas, you can put an emoji down there,
Yeah,
and you can have like a little eggplant as your penis. So the trailer's like what, 5 minutes, 5 minutes and 25 seconds, and it just kind of showcases how you can make your character look, what kind of clothes you can put on, what kind of skin, what kind of tattoos, markings, stuff like that. Then it's like, oh, but not only that, we can do cars too, and you can now customize your car completely. And I thought that was pretty cool. And they're like, not only that though, you're also going to be able to customize your base a little bit. And I'm like, oh, cool. But not only that though, something else. Your guns. That was the other thing. You can
yeah,
customize your guns and like take pieces of them and put like skins and stuff on them. I'm like, that's pretty sweet. This game looks great. It looks like Saints Row, with more customization, more wackiness, bullshit, and yeah, crazy shit. It looked cool. What did you think?
yeah. I'm interested in the game. I don't think I really want to see like gameplay now, like more
Mhm.
substantial gameplay parts, and like what's the
Yeah.
story sort of look like. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm still like apprehensive about it, you know, because I'm like I just
But
don't know.
but
Like,
dude, if we gotta get it, right?
yeah, we gotta play some
Me
co-op.
and me and you, we gotta. This is like the game that we play. This is what we grew up on in high school, and it's just like we got to
Yeah, I mean you're right. I will probably buy this day one. But I'm still
probably,
worried that it's
yeah,
gonna be bad. Just because
that
like
we
I
might
don't.
not beat it. Yeah,
I'm just worried. Like, is this gonna be shit? You know, like
yeah.
somewhere in me is just like the last game they made was that I can't even remember the name of it, but it was like that like co-op game that wasn't even co-op.
That wasn't co-op. Yeah,
Yeah, and it was
yeah.
just
But they knew they fucked up. Like from interviews I've heard, from the developers. They're like, yeah, we're not doing that again. But the car customization looks fantastic in this game. The customization in general looks fantastic, and I really, really want to see a mission. If they could show us a mission and it looks good, I'm 100% in on this game.
Yeah,
Uh,
it does seem like they're going back to like Saints Row 2, Saints Row 3,
Saints
where
Row
it's like
3-ish, yeah,
this is absurd and this is stupid and silly, but it's not superhero silly yet, you know?
yeah,
So
yeah,
they're toning it down a bit, which thank you. It
yeah.
got a little
It
crazy there at the end.
got a little too much where you could use like superpowers and
Yeah.
jump
I
super
still
high,
love
and it
that
was like
game.
I'd rather not drive because I can
Yeah.
run faster than anything, and all vehicles are useless to me.
Oh, and
It's
the
like,
driving was
okay,
fucking broken in the fourth game too, where you could literally drift forever.
forever,
You
yeah.
could go sideways and you would just
Hmm.
drift forever, which was
Yeah.
hilarious. But
I'm
yeah,
I'm
I'm excited.
hoping that they fix a lot of the shit from I'm hoping this is more like 2 where there's an actual like compelling story, and that's pretty much it. Just give me a compelling story with good characters and I'm in. I'm in,
Yeah,
you know?
agreed.
Anyway,
I'm with you.
that was it. That happened also. Let's get on to the big hitters. First up, a PlayStation animator could be hinting at a Last of Us remake for 2022. This comes from Jordan Middler at VGC. And he says, or she says, Jordan's, or they say, we live in a society now.
We do live in a
Um,
society.
um, in a series of tweets published over the last month, as spotted by Okami13 underscore, Robert Morrison, a veteran game animator who recently worked on God of War at Sony Santa Monica, claimed that PlayStation, quote, has some bangers coming out this year and alluded to unannounced project he's been working on. The animator claims he is not working on the upcoming God of War sequel, Ragnarok. According to his LinkedIn bio, Morrison currently works for PlayStation Studios Visual Arts, the same studio that is understood to be working on a remake of The Last of Us for PlayStation 5, according to multiple reports. It has previously been reported that the unannounced title could release this year, and VGC has heard from our own sources that the remake is nearing completion. In multiple tweets published in the last few weeks, Morrison has alluded to PlayStation bangers releasing during 2022. In addition, he claimed that he's been working on a title for nearly 5 years that hasn't been shown. However, the animator only rejoined Sony in 2021, so it's not clear if this time frame is in relation to his current project at PlayStation Studios VA. Um, so that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we could talk about this before we get into the next
Before we
piece
move
here.
the next addition to it. I mean, since we're bringing up the addition, also Naughty Dog Recruiter seemingly hints at plans for more Uncharted games. On Tuesday, Christina Marie Drake Brehiti Bre-
Mc,
Bre-
McBrearty?
Brearty, Drake McBrearty announced on LinkedIn that she had joined the studio this month as primary recruiter. In her post, McBrearty said she is scouting for talent at every level, and it's special being able to build the future teams for not only new titles but for the legacy of Uncharted. So that's cool. So not yeah, it sounds from the tweet in the first guy made, the animator, what's his name? What is his name? Morrison, Robert Morrison. Sounds like Sony's got some shit, and we can go back into what you were saying earlier about Sony's got to release something,
Yeah,
right?
they got to be working. They got to announce. They got to have like a big state of play soon.
Hmm.
I would imagine summer, so maybe like the next 2 or 3 months. Like they gotta like May or June, maybe even July. I don't know. I hope sooner rather than later, just so we know what's going on.
Yeah.
But like with this whole Last of Us remake thing going on, I wonder I mean, I believe that would come out this year. Like, yeah, get that out this year just to like sell more PS5s
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And I also wonder if they release the Last of Us remake, if that's where we're gonna see factions. I know that's like a naughty word here, but it's appropriate to bring it up here. Okay, it makes sense to bring it up here
You're
because
right. You're right.
and the reason I
You're
bring
right.
that up also is because he's like, I've been working on a title for 5 years. What title could that be? Well, The Last of Us Factions. That could
Yeah.
easily be part of this Last of Us remake, and this could be one of the
Yeah.
bangers he's talking about. He's probably also hinting at God of War coming out this year, because if he works at Sony, he probably knows that God of War
Well,
is
he
coming out
probably
this
knows a
year.
whole bunch. He probably's got friends and stuff that work in other departments and other teams. And considering he used to work there, he probably knows people and they
Right.
talk, even though they're not supposed to. But it's all in house, so it doesn't really matter. Um, I'm I'm stoked, dude. I'm really stoked. I know I don't really play PlayStation anymore because of the PC thing, but I am
You'd break it out.
jazzed.
You'd break it out.
I would break it out for factions in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
In a heartbeat, dude. Yeah, factions in Last of Us Remastered just makes sense. It makes too much sense. What might as well add more maps, put all the DLC or whatever that you had into the game, and then yeah, because why not?
Yeah.
That's a perfect time to release it. Why do a
Well,
standalone
and
thing?
fuck it, bundle in Last of Us Part 2 and just make it this big bundle of Last of Us Remake, Last of Us 2, and Factions all in
Yeah.
one big bundle together. Like that sounds great. I
Yeah.
also wonder like what does a Last of Us remake look like? Is this gonna be more
The
of like
same.
is it gonna
Looks the
be
same.
well, is it though? Is it gonna be more of a fidelity thing or are they actually like expanding upon it and like making the systems more like Last of Us 2 and
That would be
making it a
cool
little bit more in depth as far as combat goes?
if it's a complete remake and you get Joel fucking diving and crawling on the ground and stuff, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
I'd
liked Last
replay
of
it.
Us 1. I liked Last of Us 1 more than Last of Us 2. So I would definitely go back to it if they
I
put in Last of Us 2 like animations and
Well, and I think
um
that is the consensus, right? Like, I think everyone pretty much agrees story wise, Last of Us
mhm,
1 is better than Last of Us 2. I know people really love Last of Us 2. I did too. Like, don't get me
it's
wrong.
good. It's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah, don't get me wrong. But the one thing that everyone agrees that The Last of Us 2 is better is the combat and stuff like that. It's better
Hmm.
than the first one. I
Yep.
personally like the simplicity of the first one, but I think most people would agree the combat is more flushed out and more in depth in the second one. So why not put that into the first game? Make the levels bigger and larger, and um, I don't know. Or it's just uh, the PS4 remake, but more fucking better looking. I don't know. I,
Yeah. No,
I,
yeah, I get it. I honestly when I heard of a Last of Us remake, I'm like, why?
yeah, I
That
thought the same
game's
thing.
not that old. It's really not. It's not that old. It came out at the end of the PS3.
2013. It's nearly 10 years old.
That is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It still looks great. It's also like the Bloodborne thing. Like people want Bloodborne, a remake of Bloodborne, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, it
That
still looks
game
great.
just came out, dude. Like,
Just go play. But that's the thing. It didn't. It's like nearly 10 years old.
I guess,
It's
I
crazy.
guess those
Uh,
those games that just are really good stand out, and I feel like they stick in my memory a lot better than games that I'm like, yeah,
well,
okay, play a little bit
it
of it,
was
and
like this when we came from PS3 to PS4 where they were remaking a bunch of these games, but it doesn't feel as necessary this time around because we have backwards compatibility with the PS4 on the PS5. Where it
yeah,
wasn't that, on the PS4 you couldn't play PS3 games. So it made sense like, hey, let's remake these games, make more money. Where this one it's like I could literally just pop in Bloodborne right now and play it on my PS5 if I wanted to. And it looks great. It holds up really
yeah.
well. The one thing with Bloodborne I'd really like to see is it come to PC, just so
Well,
PC players can play
that
it.
that and a 60 frame update is the only thing. Like
Yeah.
those are the only things you really need to do to that game, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a beautiful game. Like you really
It's it still looks good, but
um
you know,
but when it comes to the second bit here, when it comes to the Uncharted bit of it, Um, how do you feel about Naughty Dog continuing Uncharted?
I could see it, man. Why not? Nathan Drake may be done, but that doesn't mean his daughter isn't. Spoilers. Sorry.
Hella spoilers.
Yeah. So, I bet you money that we will see uh oh, I forget what her name is, Rose Drake or whatever, the daughter of Nathan Drake.
I wanted to say Sarah, but
Like,
that's just like the daughter in The Last of Us.
yeah. So I could definitely see that happening. Um
Everyone
and it
really
would be kind
wants.
of cool. We could
Everyone,
have another Lara Croft in not a Lara Croft way, you know? It's like that's not Lara Croft, that's the Drakes now.
I've heard a
Like
lot of
that's
people
their
say
whole
they
thing.
want a like a Sully prequel, like young
Uh,
Sully. That'd be kind of interesting.
it's fine,
Or we
but
could
no,
continue
no
off.
way in hell did Sully go on as crazy adventures as both of them. You know, I've
Oh, like as those games.
uh,
I mean, if they
like
write
yeah,
him that he did, then he did.
well yeah, and like that's kind of hard to do, right? Like because
Yeah,
shit just gets more and more aggressive as it goes on. Like
does
there's
it though?
no
Because we
way.
get fucking like zombie monkeys in the first
You're
game
right. I think that's the second. I
or the
think that's the
second game.
second one.
Oh, the
But
first one we just get zombies, just like regular ass like zombie things.
I didn't beat the first one because it was too old at that point.
Yeah, and then the second one
Um,
had the monkeys where they're like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So yeah, that would be kind of cool. I could see that, but then I feel like that is too much like Nathan Drake himself.
yeah. Or they
You
could
know,
continue the journey that they started telling in Lost Legacy,
I didn't play that one.
where it's Chloe and Nadine, Chloe and
Yeah,
Nadine,
Nadine.
and
Yeah,
Drake's brother
Sam.
Sam. So like they could continue that way. My thing though is I'm down for more Uncharted games. Like if
Hmm.
Sony Bend wanted to make an Uncharted game, that'd be cool. Because what's Ben doing? They're not working on another. What was that motorcycle game that they
Oh
made?
God.
Uh,
Yeah, I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
Motorcycle zombies.
yeah.
Yeah,
Motorcycle Zombie, the game. Uh,
yeah.
they're certainly not working on that. So if they wanted to give Uncharted to them, just to like, especially since Sony Ben made Uncharted Golden Abyss for the PS Vita, like
Yeah.
they already have some experience with Uncharted. My thing
The
is like,
writing would have to be better than motorcycle zombie game.
sure, but like they already have experience with Golden Abyss and Uncharted. It doesn't need to be like that deep. It's never
No,
been that deep.
no, it
It's
just needs to be fun and adventurous.
right. It got a little deeper in the fourth game for sure, but that's just because Neil Druckmann is a great writer and that's what he does. But you could just have an Uncharted game where it's just Sam Drake shooting things, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I personally do not want Naughty Dog to keep making Uncharted games. Personally,
No?
I'd rather them go make something else. Make a new,
Yeah.
which I think they're going to do regardless. Like they'll probably, if they do make an Uncharted game, they will probably have a new IP as well. But
Yeah.
personally, I'd rather them
Considering
just focus all of their time on a new IP
yeah,
and maybe another Last of Us game. Like I'd rather have a Last of Us game than an Uncharted game,
me
which I know
too.
is like crazy to say. If it
Me
was just
too.
the first game, I would have not wanted a second game. But now that we've broken the seal, might as well
Yeah.
make more of them.
See, what I want, and I've told you this many times with the Last of Us thing, is we don't need to follow the same character. We
Yeah,
can tell compelling stories around the world. Have a fucking Last of Us France. Like have a Last of Us India. That would be so cool. You get the architecture of all these places and how overgrown it is and like the different zombies and how they change based on location and, cuz if you're in Greenland, right? The zombies are going to be icy. You're going to have like ice caves and whatnot, and that would be kind of cool to see how that the landscape changes, because it's, for me, Uncharted's all about like the landscape and the aesthetic, and like, you go down the street and it's vines and shit. Well, what happens when that's a desert? I mean, we
right.
kind of got that a little bit in Last of Us 2, where she's in like New Mexico or something, or California, and you see
The
the
rattlesnakes, yeah.
the rattle, yeah, and it's just kind of that's kind of cool. I really dig that. Like
That was my favorite area of that game for sure.
it's not like crazy green. It's like brown, but their shrubs are like still coming through the buildings and stuff like that. I think that's a really cool thing. Um, and I think that'd be really cool to do it in a place that has like metro, like New York City. That'd
Yeah.
be kind of cool, even though we already have like what's that game called? The one with literally The Last of Us, but more the Division.
Oh yeah, the Division. Yeah.
It's yeah, but like could you imagine like what an underground subway looks like when it's not being taken care of, or like the farmlands? What do farmlands look like when it's not being taken care of, and like going through crops and stuff? And I think that would be really cool. Um,
I do wonder though, like if maybe the guys at Naughty Dog are like, okay, making The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2 was like really intense, and we want to make something a bit more upbeat and
Fun, yeah,
yeah, not as intense. But like
yeah,
if they're gonna do something like that, I'd rather them make something new.
yeah, something brand new for
I
sure.
keep
Like
saying,
Knack, like
yeah,
Knack,
a
dude.
new Knack game. Yeah,
New Knack,
give Knack to
no,
Naughty Dog.
something completely different.
No, I've been saying this for years. Like, I hope that Naughty Dog's next game is a space game. I just want them to make a space
That
game.
would be cool.
Just like
That
it's
would be pretty
Uncharted, but
cool.
in space. Like, I want that. I want that tomorrow.
I
Which
can
gets
dig that.
which gets me excited for the next story, Nick.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Speaking of Naughty Dog and space, Amy Hennig, who also wrote a lot of Naughty Dog, a lot of Uncharted games, or
First three
helped
of them.
write. Amy Hennig is making a new Star Wars game with her new studio that hasn't made a game yet. This comes from Kat Bailey at IGN. And she says, 5 years after Visceral Games' closure spelled the end of Amy Hennig's first attempt at a Star Wars game, the director best known for her work on the Uncharted is trying again, this time at Skydance Media. That's kind of her home base now. Skydance Media announced that Hennig is working on a brand new game set in the Star Wars universe. Little known about the new project, save that it will be a richly cinematic action adventure game featuring an original story set in the Star Wars galaxy. I'm pumped. Hennig's new Star Wars game is her second project at Skydance New Media, where she is also working on a completely original game set in the Marvel universe. Hennig's Hennig first joined Skydance Media in 2019, where she started a new division based around story-focused experiences that will employ state-of-the-art computer graphics to provide the visual fidelity of television and fun, but with an active lean-in experience that puts the audience in the driver's seat.
So Uncharted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's what we want. It's fucking 1313. It's Star Wars 1313, Star Wars Uncharted, Star Wars Amy Hennig. I'm all about it. I'm all about it, dude. It's gonna be fun. This is exactly what we want from Naughty Dog. A fun space action adventure game, and it makes it so much better that it's in Star Wars universe. Right?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know necessarily that a game needs to be in the Star Wars universe or whatever.
No, but it makes it better though.
I'm excited that her game is in the Star Wars universe. When it comes to
Yes.
Naughty Dog, I don't want Naughty Dog to touch existing IP, honestly.
No.
Like if
Please don't.
Naughty Dog started making like fucking I don't know, some Star Wars game, I'd be like, I'd rather them not do
You
that.
definitely fucking play it though.
I
Could you
would.
imagine like a gritty ass Star Wars game by the guys that made Last of Us? Could you imagine that? That'd be fucking sick.
Well, I'm gonna
That'd be
play
so
anything.
cool.
I'm gonna play anything that Naughty Dog puts out at this point
Yeah.
until they prove to me that I shouldn't.
That's true.
But
That
like,
is true.
so
They've only released bangers since like 2004.
like even earlier, yeah, like
Probably even earlier. Like I
Yeah.
think the last game that they wasn't really received well was before Crash Bandicoot.
yeah, Commander
So-
Keith.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that, but yeah.
I think Commander Keith was them.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I'll look it up. I'll look up what their games are.
Well, Nick is looking that up. When it comes to Amy Hennig though, and doing a Star Wars game, I'm like super pumped. I'm sure she's gonna take what she was doing over at EA and scrap everything and just start fresh. I'm sure she doesn't even want to like touch that. She's probably like doing something completely different now. I don't know if it's going to be like a Jedi story or if it's like a shooty Boba Fett sort of thing. Who knows? I don't care. Whatever she ends up doing, I'm super in on it. What I'm also super excited about with Amy Hennig is like we really haven't seen an Amy Hennig game since Uncharted 3. She wrote half of Uncharted 4 when Sony let her go, and then she went to EA, worked on Star Wars for a long time, and then got let go. She did write Forspoken, which is coming out this year, so I'm excited to see that. But it doesn't seem like she had like that much to do with that game other than just sort of writing a bunch of the dialogue and stuff.
That's what she does, man.
Well, I know that's what she does, but it seems like in this,
It may not have been her story, sort of thing.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. She seems to have more involvement at Skydance Media. Like, this is her company.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she is the Neil Druckmann of this company now, which is cool. And that's probably why Naughty Dog let her go to begin with, because they're like, well, we have Neil Druckmann, so we don't really need two of you, which is unfortunate for Amy Hennig. But it's cool.
Tell you?
It's cool. Like, fucking Disney has her in their pocket. They see something in her, and they're like, we want you to make all of our games. We want you to make Marvel games, whatever that is. We want you to make Star Wars games, whatever that is. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sure. So you were like half right with Commander Keith. They made a game in 1989 called Keith the Thief.
Keith the Thief, that's it. Keith the Thief. Yeah.
A Boy and His Lockpick. So, I don't know how well that was received in 1989 on the
probably
Amiga,
sold like 100.
Apple, IGS, and the DOS.
Probably sold 100 copies.
Yeah, I don't know. Published by Electronic Arts, so that's kind of cool.
Still probably only sold 100 copies.
Yeah. I'm super excited. Amy Hennig is one of my favorites, and Star Wars is my favorite. So it's like a no-brainer, and I love how much Star Wars shit's coming around. I just hope I don't die before.
Well, that is the unfortunate thing, right? Like, we're not going to see this game for a long time.
For a while.
Because we're probably getting that Marvel game is coming first. Because they announced that before it. So.
Yeah, it'll be another 10 years. I'll be 40 years old.
You're probably right. Yeah.
So,
or nearly 40. You're probably right, honestly.
Nearly 40. Yeah.
We didn't talk about it too much. What Marvel game, like what character from the Marvel universe would you want?
Doctor Doom.
That's what you want her to make a game about?
Oh, no, not her to make a game about. Maybe not.
No, yeah, that's my question. Is like, what character would you want like Amy Hennig to make? But like going with the Doctor Doom thing, a Fantastic Four game would be pretty sick.
Fantastic Four game would be really good. Fantastic Four. I like Fantastic Four. That would be cool because then you get 4 characters, at least, and I think she'd do a good job, and it's kind of like quirky and fun in some points. Yeah, Fantastic Four is a good. Thanks for the assist on that one. I like that.
I've got two that I'd like to see from her. One is Ant-Man. I just want an Ant-Man game.
That makes sense.
I don't care who makes it. I just want a fucking Ant-Man game because you could do some cool shit with Ant-Man. And 2, because it's Amy Hennig, I would really like to see a Hulk game where it's like you're running around platforming as Bruce, but then at like certain action scenes you like turn into the Hulk and stuff, and you could tell like she could tell a really interesting Hulk story, I think.
Yeah, probably.
I'd be super into that. And I would like it to be like smaller in scope. It doesn't need to be super long. It could be like a 10-hour game or whatever, but like I think she could tell a really good Hulk story.
Hulk is interesting.
Hulk is slept on, dude. Hulk is slept on.
He is, but also a Hulk smash.
He smashes, dude. That's cool.
But can I say, we got the Hulk in the Fantastic Four. He's called the Thing, and he has the same catchphrase, clobbering time.
It's clobbering time.
You
Only
know, it's essentially the same character.
yeah. I think the Hulk is much more tragic of a character, but
You think so?
yeah, I do.
I don't think so.
I mean, there's literally the scene in the MCU where he's like, I tried to put a gun in my mouth and the other guy spit it out.
Yeah, but you don't think
That's
the Thing has done that?
well, no, because he doesn't have like he's just the Thing now, and like he doesn't rage out, he doesn't lose control of his body. It sucks. He's like deformed and
He's
ugly,
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
tragic. But like the Hulk, that dude can't even control his body. He's got like multiple personality disorder and is a
and yeah,
deformed monster and could
it's true.
potentially kill anyone at any moment for no reason and can't control it.
That
That's
is true.
sad. That sucks. Could tell a really good story. Amy, get
Yeah,
on it.
Amy, get on it. Last news story we got.
Last
Sega
news.
developing a new big budget Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi games. This comes from Luke Plunkett at Kotaku. I love that last name, dude.
It's a good name.
Uh,
It's a good name.
it's like when you throw a big rock into a lake. Just Plunkett,
Yeah, totally.
Plunkett.
That's good.
You
Plunk it.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Earlier this month, we learned that Sega's big secret super game, uh, that has been in development for a while, was actually a series of AAA games. Bloomberg is now reporting that the first two of those are big budget Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi reboots. Crazy Taxi is reportedly a year into development, which isn't that long, honestly, with its release still a few years away. And there are two further unnamed games, one of them an FPS, which means first person shooter for those who don't know, under the same umbrella. Sega sees Super Game as a label, not a single project being worked on as well. The Bloomberg report states that Sega is looking at the Fortnite business model for both titles, aiming to develop reoccurring revenue sources and build some online communities. Note here that Sega is on record previously saying the Super Game project is a place the company may experience with NFTs. Fuck you, Sega.
Fuck you, Sega. I was with you
Fuck
up until
you,
the end
Sega.
there, Sega.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, okay, cool, Crazy Taxi, cool, Jet Set Radio, games as service NFTs. Fuck off, dude.
Yep.
Like,
It
you make your games interesting. That's
if
it.
it feels like a desperation move almost, doesn't it? Where they're like, "Fuck, we need something big here." It feels like we're desperate for something.
It does. You know what the answer is? I can give you the answer for all of Sega's problems. Here it is.
Persona
Sonic
6. Oh,
Adventure Battle 3.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Release another one of those. People will buy it. We got Sonic Frontier. That looks kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm into that.
That
I'm
looks cool.
interested.
Very interested in that. Don't build games around NFTs.
Yeah.
We should have like a subtitle on our fucking everything that says "Don't build games around marketing campaigns,"
Yeah.
because it never works. You look at uh, Anthem. You look at Anthem. You look at Marvel Avengers. There's many games that tried to do this. That Ubisoft Fortnite game, I forget what that's called. They built it around how they were going to make money. And
Hyperscape.
Hyperscape, that's what it was. And people were like, eh, eh.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how every game is going to come out if you build around NFTs or games as service, that you don't have a plan for the game, you don't have it written out, you don't have anything done on this game. You're just like, yeah, we're thinking about getting into the NFT space. NFTs are dead. All right, I haven't heard about NFTs in like 6 months, probably like 3 months,
It's probably been like a
honestly.
week, honestly.
No, I haven't seen a whole lot of
Honestly?
NFT talk, honestly. um so I'm thankful for that, because NFTs are just a fucking pyramid scheme that make no goddamn sense.
Yeah.
Do shit with the metaverse, I guess. Like Fortnite's already doing that. Call of not okay, maybe Call of Duty, not really Call of Duty. Grand Theft Auto's doing it. We got metaverse shit. That makes sense for where we're going. NFTs? What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Well,
Um
to be fair here, they saying it's a place the company may experiment with NFTs. So
Yeah.
they maybe have like backed out of that, in fairness, which I'm hoping they
Yeah.
have, because it just seems like every time someone announces an NFT, they have to back it off like real quick,
Yep.
because it's stupid.
And those that don't fucking fall into a death spiral.
Yeah, totally, exactly.
I.e., the Ubisoft Tom Clancy game that literally just lost all the servers after announcing and putting out NFTs for the game. I
Right.
forget what it was called. Point Break or Breakpoint or
Yeah.
Breakout or
I think it was Breakpoint. I think you're right.
So yeah, they released NFTs for that game, and now the game doesn't exist. So people who bought those NFTs lost out because that's how a fucking pyramid scheme works. You bought into it, and the people at top are like, "Okay, we're
done.
taking the money.
Yep.
We're done. Thanks." Stupid, 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 stupid.
So what does
Anyway.
like a big budget Crazy Taxi look like though? You know, like what is this? Is it like you're all in taxis and you like drop in from a helicopter and then
And you got to pick up people real quick.
Like whoever like times out first like
Oh
loses.
my God.
I don't know. I don't
What
know.
What does a big budget jet set radio look like?
I have no idea. And like it just seems like those are two very weird franchises to put your backing on. Not that I want them to make another Crazy Taxi. It's one of my favorite games. Like I fucking love Crazy Taxi. It's so fun. But like it's not going to be Crazy Taxi. I would honestly just love like a Crazy Taxi remake. And just like put very little effort or money into it. Just remake it. But see if you could get the Offspring to do the intro music. Yeah.
Well, see, that's probably where the big budget comes from.
Well, I don't need
all the music.
I don't need all of the soundtrack. I just need that one song. Yeah. You know, the one Offspring song.
Yeah.
That's all I need. And then you could fill it in with like Kid Cudi or whatever. You know, whatever the hot new artists are. I don't know.
Come on. You know the hot new artists.
I don't
know.
I mean, like, kinda. Are you gonna put Billie Eilish in Crazy Taxi? I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
It'd
be a vibe check for sure.
Yeah.
Let's move on. We're running out of time here. Next week in games, we got the Stanley Parable coming out, Ultra Deluxe Edition, coming to PlayStation 5,
very
Xbox.
exciting.
It's coming to everything. Except for, all those shitty ones that nobody talks about, like the fucking Roku, or not Roku, what the fuck? The Google
Stadia.
thing, Stadia, the Amazon one, the Facebook one,
Luna.
None of those are included in everything. Because
I may actually pick this up because I loved the Stanley Parable, and from the sounds of it, they've like added stuff to this to make it an even weirder experience. So I may actually pick this up.
That's kind of cool.
Maybe I'll play it on.
You gotta pick it on PC though. Like you got to finish your PC and play it on PC, because then it's like about crashing your game and stuff, and you got to
okay,
play,
sure,
it's OG, right? That's like the first mission is you hit the button and it's like, okay, yeah, press start, and you hit the button and it's like, okay, boots you back to the Steam page, and you're like, what the fuck? And you do it again, and it does it again, and it's like, ha ha ha, loser.
I just don't think I'm gonna have my PC in 2 days, Nick. That's all. That's the only thing.
Get on it, dude. Get on it, man. What are you slacking for? Next up, Nintendo Switch Sports. It's coming to everything Nintendo Switch. Only the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
April 29th. That's cool. That's coming out way quicker than I thought. You think this is going to be a hotcake seller? You think this is going to be hard to find?
I think it will sell pretty well. I think people will be excited to play this. I'm not buying it, but I think a lot of people will buy it for the nostalgia of it, and
that's it.
Yeah,
they're like Disney. Nintendo's like Disney. They will pander to your fucking nostalgia.
And like honestly, if someone had this game, if someone had it, I'd be excited to play it. I'm not going to pay for it, but I'd be excited to play it if someone had it.
I would not. I mean, if it came preloaded with my Switch, maybe.
Yeah, I'd be fucking pumped about that, dude.
And that's it for the show, guys. Don't forget to check out our other Lonercast shows, such as the Lonercast Spoilercast. We just finished the MCU in its entirety. So go check out all of those videos where we have a big old discussion about every single MCU movie and rank them based on our beliefs. And, there are two heads here and we don't always see eye to eye. So, we had to split some differences.
We
That's
did.
all I'm going to say. Also, watch out. We're going to you better watch out. You better watch out.
Better not cry.
We're gonna do a Star Wars one pretty soon.
That's
so true. Get your butts ready for that.
That's my
God,
TIE fighter.
Horrifying. So get your butts lubed up because we're coming in hot like that TIE fighter. Don't do it again. Please don't do it again. Oh no.
I also just dropped a video about Netflix, so go watch that as well.
Go watch that shit. Jake's always posting. He's always streaming. I don't know when this guy isn't streaming. I can't believe you don't have millions of followers at this point.
People just don't like me. It's fair.
Also, check us out on fucking TikTok. We're on TikTok now. Can you believe that?
That's true.
Jake's on TikTok. Is it Lonercast? It's Lonercast on TikTok.
It's pretty cringe, a lot of it. I don't know.
It's pretty good. I laugh at most of it. Honestly,
Thanks,
I laugh at most of it. Also, check us out on Twitter, Lonercast1, with the @ symbol right at the beginning of that. On Twitter, @emergencypizza_ is Jake, and @fatal_microwave is myself. And don't forget,
praise our Lord and Savior Elon Musk.
Yes, yeah. We might have to, move if something happens. There might not be a Twitter on this list, but. Twitter or not, we will always stream to twitch.tv/Lonercast. Also, YouTube, Lonercast on YouTube. We're doing that now. We're double streaming. We're double dipping. Trying to get the views. Support us.
Yeah, you can find the VODs and stuff on YouTube.
So every Monday, we stream this show, 3:30 p.m. Arizona time. You figure out if you're somewhere else. So, but that's it. That's it for the show. Don't forget, your mother lives in another time zone, and she has to take her meds on very specific times. And if daylight savings is a bitch, so remember to call your mom. Like look it up because it's important. She may die if she doesn't have her meds. You gotta take care of your mom. Thanks, everybody. Bye.